Hello Internet, my name is Jason from Infamous Aero Company. Welcome to our Widebody build series featuring the brand new Infamous Aero Widebody kit. It is currently August 7th and we are making our debut at the International Mustang Meet here in Calgary, Alberta on August 30th. So that's only 23 days away, and as you can see, the car is kind of a disaster, but we'll get it done. So far, we've got one front over fender that's pretty much ready to mold. It has been 3D printed, it has been bonded together, it has been bodyworked, and it has been primed. So you can get a good idea of how it'll look like here. It is covered in dust, comprising of mostly of bits of my Mustang, but yep. Over on the other side, we've got, surprise, a mirror of the same front fender, except this one is in a lesser state of completion. It has been printed, it has been bonded together, and that is about it. But it fits, looks sick. Soon it will join its brother. Hell yeah, brother. Now this is what I'm excited for. The rear over fender. Ugh. Like its front fender counterpart, it has just simply been printed fresh off the print bed and just bonded together. But also, it fits great, and I think it looks pretty dang cool. One of the biggest hurdles on this project so far is, for some reason, my roof was really rusty, but in 1-inch diameter spots for some reason. So we had to grind all that away, seal it, rust mold it, and now I'm in blocking hell. It's been a few days of just priming this and sanding it and making sure it's smooth. What else do we need to get done in the next 23 days? Oh yeah, I guess the whole car. As far as the wide body kit goes, we still need to finalize the gas cap side. We're trying to integrate the OEM fuel door and hinge system, keep it all clean. The side skirts are finished design. They're currently printing, and I'll have to glue them together and they'll look similar to the other pieces I showed you earlier. Other than that, the car is getting a full color change, so that's going to be a lot of work. And then we're also doing some custom 101 parts. The hood's pretty simple, just throwing some vents in there, but this front bumper is a hodgepodge, bonded together. It's all plastic welded and sealed from the back, and yeah, I think it'll look pretty cool, but we shall see.
Many hours later.
Well, we are almost ready to prime this. We've got all the 3D printing like artifacts, like the layer lines and weird little voids and nubbins and stuff, all body worked out. A little bit of minor warping, which is pretty standard with 3D printing. That just had to be filled and blocked. Just gonna clean it now, and then we'll shoot some primer, and then we can see it in all its glory.
1 week later.
We are now 17 days away from the show, which is absolutely horrifying, but making good progress on the car. The rear quarter panel from the last video has been primed, as well as the front fender. We've got most of the print for the gas cap side rear quarter panel. Got some tester wheels that are approximately the same spec as the wheels I ordered. We've got the rear quarter panel just like very loosely taped on with some double-sided tape. Just double check the fitment and the gaps and just being able to see it on the car. Quite happy with the design. This is kind of something I've been dreaming of for years now, and Jordan's done an excellent job bringing that vision to life. The main thing I was after is this arched body line here, and this like kind of valley hip, kind of more inspired to like the older 67, 69 Mustangs. And then Jordan came up with this little, I don't want to call it a box flare, but it's just like a hunched body line that's more tuner style, like R32, R33 GTR style. We've got the rear bumper cap here as well. Meets up nicely, flows with the rest of the car. That's good. And then we've also, I just glued up this skirt this morning. Again, more Japanese tuner style on this one, BN style. Also fits pretty good. Also loving the way it looks on the car. I think they're on my desk. So we'll get that sanded and into primer to match this shortly here, but yeah. So we've had to order these 19mm lug nuts for this car because any sort of tuner wheel has a small wheel hole, and the stock Mustang 21-inch or 21mm lug nuts leaves no room for a socket because everything's bigger in Texas, I guess. So mild annoyance, but good thing to keep in mind if you're building a Mustang. That's cool. Blasting off these 350Z wheels, as cool as they are, They are much too weak in spec. They were great for the stock body, but we need a bit more meat. Oh god. Okay. Oh yeah. So, Mustangs, they're all about customization since the dawn of time, essentially. So we wanted to make sure we designed this quarter panel in a way that it accepts like all the OEM scoops and common aftermarket scoops in both like fitment and styling. So here we've got the base model V6 / 99 to 2000 GT scoops. Next we've got the 02 Plus Mustang GT / Cobra scoops. And finally, we've got the Celine scoops. Now these ones are reproductions made by KBD because I'm not spending $8 million on real Celine scoops. One thing worth noting is the Celine scoops have an additional flange, but with that just trimmed off, then they fit with very minor modifications to the scoop, then they fit great. And personally, these are my favorite ones, but comment below and which one's your favorite. One more thing worth noting, the only scoop we haven't tested is the bullet scoops because we refuse to spend that much money for R&D purposes. But theoretically, like from our research, the bullet scoops follow the same outer profile as all the other OEM scoops. So in theory, I see no reason why they don't fit. But yeah, worth noting. As soon as we get confirmation from someone, we'll let you guys know. Quiet on the set. Okay, so the number one question we've been asked about this kit is why are the fronts over fenders and not replacement fenders? Let me tell you, it has been a rabbit hole. We originally wanted to do replacement fenders. The issue is the entire front end of this car is held on by this shitty piece of plastic that has no structure to it whatsoever and is bolted to just the fender and the core support. But on the edges here for headlight fitment, like a very stiff, strong, structural piece of metal is very important to not make your front end flop like a piece of shit. Secondly, the bumpers are also mounted to this stiff, structural, strong metal. So the issue we had with the fiberglass is there would be a lot of R&D necessary to make a fiberglass fender not only fit all of these things properly, but also be stiff enough to the equivalent of an OEM fender. So it's just like a lot of research and development time, which incurs costs, which we would just have to pass on to the clients. And we really want to make this kit as reasonably affordable as possible to just so everyone can buy it. So that's kind of this corner of this fender is the reason why we decided to go with over fenders. Plus, it's just fine. That's how wide bodies go. Like, I don't know. It's fine. Another thing is for drift guys, these metal fenders are a dime a dozen at junkyards or even brand new. Like you can get them like a replica one for like $200, I think. And having all of these set data points of how the rest of your front end should align is really important. That you can just like replace this and bolt everything to it. It's kind of like the fender is essentially a bracket for the entire front end of the vehicle. So to further reinforce my point of why a full fiberglass replacement fender would be disastrous, look at anyone running the Duraflex kit and how terrible this entire corner of the car looks. Second, there's like welded on captive nuts on the back of this fender that these header bolts bolt to. And even on this metal one, that weld broke. Riv nuts won't hold worth shit. Like this is just, it's just, trust me, I know it's easy from the outside being like, oh, it would have been so easy to like make a replacement. No, it's not. This is better. This is better for us. This is better for you. End of story. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. All right, so we've got the kit mocked up. This is our one-of-one custom bumper that is in its initial rough stages, but I think it looks pretty dope. We probably won't be selling these unless people give us a lot of money for deposits and stuff. Then maybe we'll replicate it, but yeah, as far as currently, this is a one-of-one bumper. It's a hodgepodge of two different bumpers. Well, technically three, because the donor bumper wasn't long enough, so I had to get a third donor bumper to cut the blood. Anyways, try to guess what this is from. It's a very common car. Most people don't pick up what it is just because of how terrible the car it came from is and how decent it looks on this. But yeah, comment below what do you think this is from. And if the first person gets it right, we'll, I don't know, give you a thumbs up or send you a t-shirt or something. I don't know. What do you want from us? But yeah, so we got the kit mocked up. Hood is primed. Hood vents are cut in. Roof's ready for paint. Demo wheels are situated. And that's about it for this video, I guess. Catch us next time while we do pretty much more of the same, but it'll look better.